This Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury fight hasn't sold in the way that it should have. It hasn't really captured the fans' imagination, and I think it's sold 7,000 seats, which is not brilliant considering the magnitude of the fight and what is at stake. Would it have sold better in the UK? The answer is definitely yes. They could have sold out a football stadium with this, probably something like the Sheffield Stadium, like Kell Brook sold 26,000 seats, I think. They could have done that in the UK, but instead they're fighting in America. But I don't really know why. I know that Deontay Wilder is the champion, and Tyson Fury has to go to the champion. Although Tyson Fury does carry that lineal status, but that is not actually a physical title, whereas Deontay Wilder holds one of the world championships, the WBC championship, nonetheless. So Tyson Fury does have to go to him in one respect. But then again, it would have sold a lot better in the UK, so why not do it here? Why do it in America, where Deontay Wilder is not really that well known? I'm not being disrespectful, it's just a fact. He's not really well known with American fans. He is with elite boxing fans, the guys who are really into it, and girls who are really into it also, but not with the casual fans. They don't seem to really know who Deontay Wilder is, which is a great shame because he's a great champion, and he's a knockout artist. He gives them exactly what they want. You'd think he would be drawing casual fans in, but he just doesn't seem to be able to do it. So why have the fight in America, where Tyson Fury is probably more well known than Deontay Wilder in America, but still, they're just not going to get the sales and get people in the arena to watch the fight if no one knows who each fighter is, really. In the UK, people seem to know who Deontay Wilder is and obviously know who Tyson Fury is. Much of that has come from controversy, but still, they know who he is and where he comes from, and he has built a great following in the UK now, so why not have the fight here? They would have sold so much better, and it would have the world watching, because the UK is now the mecca of boxing. This is where boxing's home is now. And that is not being disrespectful, it's just what has happened with Matchroom and obviously Frank Warren Promotions. They're both competing against each other, and we are getting great shows out of it, so that's just the way it's going. I just think that it is a great shame that this fight is not getting the people viewing it that it should. It is a huge fight, a massive fight, undefeated UK versus undefeated American. What could go wrong? I mean, obviously the fight could be a bit cagey in the first couple of rounds, but it will eventually catch fire and be a great fight. And it's just a shame that there aren't many people flocking to see this fight. And the thing is, in the UK, if they had sold only 7,000 seats, you can expect another 1,000, maybe a bit more, to turn up on the night without a ticket and buy a ticket at the gate. That doesn't seem to happen in America. They don't really seem to go to the event at the time. In the UK, it's usually a last minute thing. Oh, do you want to go see this fight? Yeah, let's go. So you go to the fight. But in America, they seem to plan it. And if you haven't sold those tickets a week before the fight, then you're not really going to sell any more than the current status, which is 7,000. So that won't really go up. There won't be many people buying tickets at the gate, if any at all. Now, you may say at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter how many people are watching, as long as the right people are watching, the fans who want to see the fight, which is true. Yes, it's not all about money. It's just they need to propel themselves on the world stage, especially Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury, he doesn't really need that because he's kind of got that following anyway. People seem to know who he is and what he's about. But Deontay Wilder, he's a great champion, a great fighter, undefeated American heavyweight champion, and people just don't seem to know really who he is. It'd just be great if he could get that following, and I think him coming over to the UK would have done that. Also, him coming over to the UK and beating a British fighter, if he could, I'm not saying that he can, but if he could, that would set up a mega fight with Anthony Joshua, because he would gain fans from that fight if he were to beat Tyson Fury in his own country. He would gain fans, and then he could take those fans to Wembley to fight Anthony Joshua. But anyway, there it is. We have the fight in America. It's still going to be a great fight. It doesn't change things on what's going to happen in the ring. It's just a shame, I think, that people aren't flocking to see it in the way that they should. They're going to miss out on a great event. But anyway, what do you think? Should the fight have been in the UK? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please also like, share and subscribe to the channel, Crunch Boxing and Sport.